There's been one thing that's been bugging me ever since I bought this car, and that's this Carlos Fandango steering wheel cover. And I've had tyres a smaller profile than this, and it's just got to go. It's got a lovely feel, but it's just got to go. And I've got this thread picker here that I've pinched out the sewing basket, and you should just pick away at these threads. It's coming away already. It's obviously taking somebody an age to put this thing on, but hopefully it won't take long to get it off. And the original steering wheel should be underneath. There you go, that's it removed, but it's been stuck down there, there and there, so I'll have to cover that in black leather dye. But to be honest, you can pick these steering wheels up on eBay and just replace the carbon centrepiece. But I'm glad to get rid of this ghastly cover. Right, on to the next thing, which is the brake warning light that's on the dash, and also the stop start that doesn't work. Now, these can be two totally unrelated things, but typical BMW, they could be related, and it could be any one of 5 different things. So I'm just going to show you what's going on. So I'm going to turn the ignition on now. Start the car. And the brake pad warning sensor light and the service light come on, which would indicate that it's a brake pad warning sensor on the front wheel. But also the start stop doesn't work, and I've already tried to reset the brake pad sensor light, which it won't do, and I put the diagnostics on it and it doesn't come up with anything to do with the brakes whatsoever. And when you turn the ignition off, take the light out, the service light stays on, flashes on. But as I said, I've already tried to reset that and it won't let me do it, which suggests that the problem lies elsewhere. So a combination of the brake pad warning light and the brake service light and the start stop not working would suggest that it's something else. I'm not saying that it's not a brake pad warning sensor cable. I might try that anyway, I might have to try it. But I've been on Google and it can be one or 2 other things, and sort of typical BMW. It could be the contamination or water in the brake fluid. It could be a brake master cylinder pressure sensor, which is causing the start stop not to work, and also flash up these other 2 lights as well. So really you've just got to get in about it and have a look, and the first thing I'm going to do is have a look at the brake fluid and the colour of it and see if there's any contamination in there. Now, I'm no expert on these things, and I don't pretend to be either. I'm just a guy trying to sort his old car out in my drive, and I don't have access to sort of expensive equipment. So as I said, the first thing I'm going to do is check for the for contamination in the brake fluid itself. Wow, look at the colour of that. And there's also loads of contamination in there as well. There's a lot of dirt, and I don't know what that stuff is in there, but I'm going to have to flush the whole system out. Well, I have to say, I've never seen anything like this in a brake circuit ever. Look at this. That's the dirtiest brake fluid I've ever seen. It's like a mucky pea soup. I'm going to have to flush the whole system now to get rid of that. Just as I've taken this wheel off, I found the locking wheel nut key that I lost last week. It's impossible to find anything in this gravel, so I went away out and bought a new one. Secondly, before anybody shouts, "You're doing the wrong wheel first," I'm just going to do this wheel to get the bulk of the fluid out the reservoir, and then I'll do it in the correct order, which is the furthest away wheel, and then work my way around back to this wheel so that I flush out the whole lot. This bit of kit has been a real godsend over the years, and it's just a self-bleed kit that I got. And this is the colour that the brake fluid should be. Get the thing open. So pump this up to about 14 psi. And I'll just let that flow until the clear fluid comes through. That is so bad. It's got me a bit bamboozled. It looks like it's come out of a 1940s tractor. Now that is contaminated. You know, tell me if I'm wrong. But it shouldn't be as bad as that. It should be clear, surely. So I've got it pumped through to the clear fluid coming through. So now I'm going to start with the rear right hand side and work my way around to the front again and bleed the whole lot. Better, but not clear yet, and I can't get over it. I've never seen brake fluid as dirty as that in my life, and I've had some pretty old cars, I can tell you. But I've run out of fluid. But I think I really need to flush the whole system again with clean fluid, and I recommend you to do it 3 times, so I'll get more than enough fluid and do all 4 wheels another couple of times, and just to make sure that it's completely flushed through. It's getting late in the day, and I've done the first brake fluid flush, and I really need to do another 2 just to get all that dirty fluid out. I can't get over the colour of that at all. So I'm just gonna, if I can find my keys, they're multi-pocket trousers. So I'm just gonna try it again. The light's still staying on, which is kind of what I expected. But I didn't think it would be the fluid, to be honest. I think it's going to be either a brake pad wear sensor or the pressure sensor on the servo. But I've had to flush out the system because of the colour of that fluid, and as I say, I'll give it another couple of flushes and then move on to the other things to see if I can get this light switched off. This came today. It's a new rear wiper for the 1 Series, and I got this for 30 quid brand new, and people are trying to sell them second hand on eBay with no guarantee of them working for 30 quid, even 40 quid somebody. So that was a bit of a bargain, I'd say. So let's get it on. I'm scared to push that in case it'll break, so I'm just going to rub it down a wee bit so that it goes in a bit easier. Shut up! Now let's see if it works. Woohoo, that's it done. That's one more job done out the way, so let's move on to the next one. The brake warning light issue continueth, and I've got oddball gloves, but I'm dying to get on with it because these cables that came in today. It's freezing cold. Here goes with my weekly routine of taking wheels off cars. I've been doing it for 20 years. I wish I had a new car. The joys of working outdoors, it's just started to snow. That's the front one done. I've just got to move on to the rear now, but the weather's not very good. I might just sort of wait 10 minutes before I get on with that. To get the brake pad sensor wire off, you've got to take the whole of this lining off because it's up in here. But I've also noticed, well, I've got the wheel off, that this shock absorber is leaking as well, so I've got that to replace now. Honestly, there was 10 fasteners, believe it or not, to get this off, just to unplug this little plug at the back. At last. I've just noticed the cable here has worn right through. It's been rubbing on part of the suspension, which also suggests that this cable is quite old. Well, that's them both on now, and what I'll do is I'll go into the car and switch off the warning light. There's a little procedure you have to do here to switch these lights off. So you've got to push the key in, put the ignition on. This light pops up, so you've got to press that to get it onto the clock and the temperature. Then press and hold this little button down here until the yellow triangle comes on, and just keep pressing it until that comes on. And there's no miles in there, and there should be miles. So now I'm going to press this button here, then it shows reset. Press it again and hold it, and the little timer comes up, and once the timer stops it should have reset it, and there should be a mileage there. Now I'll just go and do the rear one as well at the same time. That's the rear one, so I'll do the same. And there should be a mileage come up there, but it's not. So I'm just going to start the car. Stop it. And the warning light's still showing up. So after I came in, I thought I'd have a look at the garage of YouTube, and there's a really good channel here, and I'll put a link in the description below of it for the red, I think they call it the red warning lamp or car ramp of death or something, but he outlines all the different problems that you can have with it. And basically what I should have done was switch the car off, and it's really simple. I should have switched the car off, switched it back on, and that would have reset the light, which it has done, which is great. So the brake pad warning sensors have done the job, the two new ones, so that's good, and I don't need to go into the brake master cylinder pressure switch and for that to sort it. I might still have to do that actually to get the start stop running again. I haven't actually tried that just now, but I'll probably have to try that first. I'm getting all confused now. Probably have to try that first before I move on to the brake master cylinder pressure. This is what happens with these cars. You know, you have one problem and you move on to the next one. So there's a few other things to sort out with this car, as I said, and I think I'm going to do them in another video, and hopefully that'll be them all sorted out. So thanks for watching, thumbs up, and we'll see you again soon.